Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 131 of playing chess every day until 2000, and I'm at 1957. We finally got a game against 1966, and we're playing with the black pieces. Okay, c4, we're gonna play the Slav defense. What do they call it, the Khan, if he plays the c4? He's gonna play, okay, now it's Slav defense. Perfect. We just develop the knights, develop the bishop, and the game continues. Knight to f6, bishop here, knight to e2. Okay, so if bishop to f5, he's preparing knight to g3, and after bishop to g6, he's gonna play some kind of h4 move. He's trying to go knight to g3. No, what? Okay, so he's just going for specific setup. We'll just play e6, get the bishop out. I mean, your bishop is very bad. We'll just play this move because we want to put the bishop on d6 without any attacks. Now he's going to just castle. But if he castle, it's better to just strike with h5. Just annoy your opponent and try to go for h4, ruin the structure in front of his king, and then simply get the bishop and queen here and castle, and all my attack will be on him. Okay, so he's trying to also attack on this side. Should I play h5 right away? If you play h4, it's very weakening, right? I think I have to play h5. Just simply strike at this. It played the move h4, but I simply do not believe that is the best move. Okay. So getting the bishop on d6 is not a horrendous move. Especially if the knight was not there and the queen was there, maybe I could sacrifice to get the queen in. Okay. Just simple attacking moves. I mean, if he went here, I mean, that is annoying. But wait, if I play the queen c7 and he push, I mean, I just move the knight. And if he takes, I can still take with the pawn, controlling that square. And the knight will be on c4. He's going for something I've never seen before. Blame b5 is not... I mean, it's fine. b4 is fine. But a move like this, he loses the pawn right away. And I will take it with the knight so that I can give some checks. b5 is not like a horrendous move. Bhutan. This is the first time I hear about this country. Bhutan. Okay, so he's just blitzing out moves. A move like this will be fine, but I still have to get the queen active. Queen to b8 to defend the pawn and also support the bishop to sack the pawn, to attack this pawn, and also to play the move a5, and he cannot take, because that will help me develop. So I believe queen to b8 is fine. He's just blitzing out the moves, especially if he castled, he will be in trouble, because the pawns are not that safe. Okay, just a simple move. He wants to take something like this and attack my knight. We can actually play king to d7. It's not like a horrendous move, right? I still want to go for this plan of a5, and the king will be safe here and the rook will defend. I mean, let's just go for it. I don't know how he's going to stop the move a5, and if he takes, I mean, knight and knight here, the pawn will be attacked, the bishop will be attacked, the knight is very strong. I will play it sooner or later. So let's see what he will do. And he cannot get the queen active so that, attack my knight, because the bishop is very strong. If he castled, I have time to play the move a5, and that would be great. But I don't understand anything from this position. Like, his kind of opening is very bad. I mean, I don't really understand. Putting every single pawn you have on dark square, and you keep the bishop? That's crazy. Also, I can say the exact same thing about my pawns, but my pawns are on light squares, but this bishop is still active. Very, very active. But his bishop is not. I mean, his bishop is dead. I want to play this, and after he takes, I take with the knight and put the knight on c4, add a lot of pressure on this pawn, and get the rook on c8, because he cannot attack me on this side. He already closed the position. He cannot push. So, yeah. A move that he can do, actually, it's bishop to h3. He can actually play that to remove my bishop from being, stopping his queen from being on c2. But if you lay the bishop to h3, bishop to g6 is not bad. I mean, he can play this. So if bishop to h3, I just go back to h7. But then he can take this pawn. Hold on. What is that? He just pushed the pawn. e4. Okay, so if I take with the knight, knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. I mean, I don't really understand. I can take with the knight, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, and now the queen will get here, attack my knight, attack the pawn. But if takes and knight takes, queen here, that will be bad. Hold on. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen here. And actually just queen back to defend this. Very weird. e4. Okay. So this will be a fork, so we cannot move the bishop. We have to do something. Takes. If knight takes back, he will get the queen on c2, attacking this twice, and also attacking my knight. I can actually just play a rook to c8. After, hold on. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen here, and just knight back, stuff like that. I have no clue. So pawn takes, knight takes, and after knight takes, queen here. I don't have any checks, but I have a discovered attack on the queen if I play knight takes here, but he will take this knight with a check. That's his plan. This, but bishop takes, and knight takes, and after queen here, yes, some piece will be hanging. So after pawn takes, knight takes, I just don't take. So pawn takes, knight takes. I need the bishop, or do I? Pawn takes, knight takes. Hold on, pawn takes, knight takes, queen here, queen to c2. And I just play rook to c8. He takes me. I'm not thinking. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen here. I can play knight to c5, attacking his queen, but the queen will go here, and after I attack the queen one more time, he can just pick up the knight. Pawn takes, knight takes, and then what? Knight takes, queen here. Hold on. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen here. I just still believe that I have to take it, so let's just take it. He will take with the knight, so yeah, a move like this will be a little bit bad. King to d7. He wants to take with the knight. No, he wants to push. That's even... What is that? What? I can go knight to e5. He takes me with a check. I take with a pawn. The knight will go to c4, attacking his bishop and defending my bishop twice. If I take, knight takes, queen takes, this will be hanging, this will be hanging. So we don't take it. We actually don't take it. We just move the knight here. He takes something, but I can just take it. And then, oh, hold on. Let's go knight to e5. If he takes, I have an option to take with a pawn, but then the bishop will be pinned. So after knight takes, he will take this knight, and I cannot take because the bishop will be pinned. But if pawn takes and king takes, there will be this annoying check, but I can just draw back, and the exact same thing will happen. Okay. So if I take with the pawn, he will take here. And after I take, he can just win this knight, attack my bishop. After king takes, I'm not pinned anymore. I mean, it doesn't seem like a horrendous move to me. Why do I keep saying that? He's going for some kind of activity, but his king is not safe. Knight to d3. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so now we have knight to d3 check. We will pick up the rook or the bishop. Of course, the rook will be better. A check, okay. Here we'll go into the exact same stuff. King to e7, there are no more checks unless this one, but then we take it, and if the knight takes, I believe we just draw back here so that if the knight ever moves, there will be no bishop takes g7. And he's also stopping this check. Okay, here it's bad because I told you because of the bishop will be pinned. So let's go king to e7. He will definitely play some kind of a check with the knight. Or I can play this check, and after he takes and I take, I will maybe decide to sacrifice. I have to put the rook on e8. If I put the rook on e8 in any kind of check, I can go into f8 and g8. I'll be very safe, and the rook will be active, especially if he wants to take this pawn. Especially if I give this check, and when he takes, it will be an active rook. So his mistake is not castling. But if he castled right now, I give this check, he needs to take. No, he doesn't need to take. But then I just play rook to e8. So he played the check, which I actually thought that he will. Okay. We take here. That's a first. He takes with the queen. Everything is defended. I play this check. He will take, and after I take, you have to be careful. So knight takes with a check. I want to go back to f8, but there's a problem, huge problem, that my rook is not active. If I take and he takes with a check, I go king to e6, but he will play another check. And if I went back, he might get some kind of a draw. But if I take and he takes with the queen, is that a good move? And knight takes and just queen takes. I play this check to get the rook. He takes and I take. But then he takes me here, and after I take, he takes and I take. Still very weird. I'm just gonna take. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. He can take actually with the queen. That's actually smarter because, yeah, that pawn could have been won by him if he takes with the queen. But now with the knight, I can go king to f8 to, to have a chance to play this check. Okay. So after king to f8, there are no more checks, and the knight needs to go back, but then I will play this, and after he takes me and I take with the pawn, I can just get the queen in, I can do stuff like that. Of course, I don't want to get back, back the bishop, so we have a chance to play here. But why? Which one is better? Here or here? I mean, here I'm defending this pawn at least. I have no clue. Let's go king to f8. This will be a very strong check. If he castled, the rook will be here. After this attack, I'll attack the bishop and the rook. The rook needs to move, and then I will take his bishop. Now I can happily play g6 and get the king here and get the rook active. So this will happen no matter what, unless he stopped it by playing the move knight to f4. But then I still play this check. So knight here, check, knight takes, pawn takes. He will take my rook. Very weird position. Bhutan. And look at the flag. Wow. Okay, let's see what he will do. See, I want to play this check so bad, and I will win the rook. If he castled, I will still play this move, attack the rook, and when the rook moves, I will take his bishop 100%, and then I can happily play g6. And what is that? He took my knight. I mean, it's a smart move, removing the attacker. Very nice, but he's giving me too much activity with this one. The bishop will be here. There are no checks. Knight here, I mean, I can just move. I mean, I will just happily take. I have very active bishop right now. Very active, and I can win a pawn like this. But it's not so important because I cannot take this one because it's defended. He just castles. Just castles. So g6 would be very nice because g6, king here, and the rook active. It is very strong. But after the move g6, this pawn is very weak. That's the thing. We can play this. I'll get the rook here or rook here, we take, but then this cannot be won. And taking here, so I can play a move like queen here. Wait. I can play queen to a7. He cannot put a knight or a rook here. That's number one. Number two, I'm threatening to take this pawn, and he cannot take it because the pawn will be pinned since I put my queen on a7. And this one, I'm defending the 7th rank, and then I'll play g6 and stuff like that. Let's go queen to a7. And then I want to play g6 and bishop, and king to g7 and put the rook on d8 or on e8. But now a simple threat is to take this pawn, take the other pawn. That will, okay, what is that? I can still take here. Because he cannot take, that will be a check. But I'm giving away the bishop, so... And you don't want to go here, because that's blocking your, the king from being active, and we cannot lose this pawn. So, bishop to h7, we will drop this pawn. Yeah, that is weird. So bishop takes, he will just take me here. Shit. I cannot lose this pawn. Should I play g6? Let him take me and take with the pawn? It looks very bad, but I think that's the only move to keep the pawn. If I move the bishop here, I will lose this one. If I play g6, I'm not going to lose anything, and if he takes, I can just take. That weakens the king, yes, but after king to g7, everything will be protected, and I still have the threat. So let's just go here, get the king to g7. If he wants to take, thank you so much. I'm defending the pawn with a pawn, so it'd be much harder for him to win it. And happily, there are no checks. And now this is possible now because he cannot take. He can take, but then I will win the knight. So I just won a pawn in the process, and I will win maybe the other pawn. Queen to d5. Queen to d5. Now what is that? Can I just take here? What is he planning? Here, if he wants to force a queen trade, well, I will happily take. If he takes with the rook, I can just take here, and after knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes, I won a pawn. I'm still up a pawn. I'm play king to g7 and defend the pawn. I play this. He cannot take. That will be a check. But if I play this, he still doesn't have any checks. Unless he takes, I play this check. The king will move somewhere, and now there will be some checks. But I play queen to d3. No, whoa. This takes check. The king moves somewhere. I have to get the rook here. After any kind of check, I can just move the king to g7 so that the rook are defending each other. Right? Takes, check, I can just take. He takes with the rook or with the pawn. We take this. Bishop takes. He just moved the king. Well, I just take the pawn. Any kind of check, I can just get back with the bishop to e7. After this, he might be, threatening to actually take this pawn. But then I will take, and after queen takes, I just get the bishop back. Very weird position. I have no clue. I'm just going to take the pawn. Let's see what he will do. If knight takes here... Oh, why did I not think about that? Shit. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, this, rook. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of bad stuff here. I'm only thinking about him taking me, but I did not think about bishop takes, knight takes. Queen check is bad. So either knight takes bishop or just bishop takes pawn here. If bishop takes, queen takes, I can play like rook here, and but then he can play queen here, and I cannot get the king there. But then I play g8 and g7 on h7. He just took the bishop, which is exactly what I thought he will do. Taking here. So taking here. He doesn't have any checks. He will take here, but then I will take here. And after he takes me here, I get the rook active. Check. I can just take and put the king there. I'm not very safe, but I'm not losing either, so I think I can just take. If I take, no checks, takes, I believe I have to take. If he takes here, I can just take this pawn. He will take with the bishop, rook to e8. My king is not safe. That's okay, so he took here. I have this move e3, but he forces a trade, and after I take, he takes with the pawn or with the rook. I take him here. And this move, he cannot take my bishop because I can play this check. He blocks, and I make a queen. This move, and he just takes my rook. I play a check. He moves away, and I can take the bishop with a check. Can I play the move e3? I can take this pawn, but he will take here, and I don't have a pawn anymore, and the bishop is very active. But if I play the move e3, he can take, but then I will take him with a check. Wait, if this, he takes, I give him a check, he moves here, and now there's a significant threat on this pawn. Yeah, that would be an idiotic move, right? This, here. I have no checks. So it's very important not to open up that rook. If I play bishop takes here, he will take me with the bishop to attack my rook. I get the rook on e8. And the bishop somehow strong. I can put the queen on e7. This move he will take. I give this check, he goes here. He is safe. And I have no more checks, and I opened up an attack, so that's not a smart move. Rook here is also fine. He takes me here. Oh, rook to h6 also like seems fine. After bishop takes, I get the rook on e8. He forces a trade. I take, and after takes or takes, I can just win this pawn. And I'm defending that pawn on a6. So I have this move, but he can play queen to g5, attacking both my rook and this. But if I play this, he can just take here. What the hell is going on? Bishop takes, rook here. I have no clue. I'm just gonna take a pawn because I'm greedy. Let's see what will happen. Bishop takes, rook to e8, or rook to d8. I have no clue which one is better. Oh my god. Takes, queen takes, check. He doesn't have any more check. He does have this check, but then I can block. He doesn't have a check here. What am I doing? Really, what am I really doing? That's... He moved the king. He wants to push the pawn so that he wants to open up the rook. You know, smart. I'm not gonna say anything. Get the queen here. I mean, it doesn't seem like a very... just get the queen here. He doesn't have any checks. I'm defending the bishop and everything's defended. He will take this pawn. I don't think we really care about it because we will play like rook here. It gets one of the rooks back. I can get a queen trade. He gives me some kind of check. I can run away. I have to play king to g7 at some point. This is why I played the queen here. After this move, I mean, the rooks will be here and I can then maybe get back. I have no clue. What am I really doing? He cannot push. Yes, he needs to take. And I don't know which one is better, where to go. But rook here seems also here to stop the bishop from here. I mean, let's just play a reasonable move. We're just attacking the bishop. He's gonna play something like rook here or rook here. Then we will try to get a queen trade. He plays a check. I go king here. There is this check. Oh, there is a check. So he does that. Okay. Going here. He will take and I will take, and he doesn't have anything. This move, he gives me this check. I can just move away. Another check. I can go where? Go here. We will be in a lot of trouble after this move. This move is better to stop him from playing any kind of check. Right? Let's go here. If he takes, I can just take. And we're stopping him from playing this check. Now, if I played f6, the bishop and the pawn are very strong. And then king will try to run away. But this is still very weak. So he can go back if he doesn't want to trade the queens. I'll go here, play some kind of a check. I block, another check. I get the king back to h6. I am safe for now. Rook will attack my queen. So hold on, if queen here, this, I cannot play king because of this move. I lose my queen. This is very, very odd. Maybe queen here was better to try to win the pawn here. I have no clue what I'm doing. And there's no way to get that draw. Bishop is very strong. If I played rook to g8, it's not good because of rook here. And now I'm threatening just to take, and after bishop takes, I can just take here, and after takes, I can just take here. And I'm up a pawn still. If he played this check, and I take, he takes with the pawn, and I can just take here, attacking the rook, and when the rook moves, this pawn will be weak. I don't know. If the queen went back to f3, what do I do? To f3, what should I do then? Then I play queen here. Because when the queen moves, I can win that pawn. So queen here, and queen takes, bishop takes. Bishop goes back here. I play this. No, I can just take the rook, and after rook takes. I have no idea. The queen went there. Why? Going here will be a blunder because of this. Let me just go back. Maybe this one was better. Yeah, queen here was better. Try to win the pawn at least, but you will not really win it because you will get pinned. Thank God there is no check with the dame bishop. Oh, he can just take here. No, I can just take like this. If I take with the king, that will be this check. Okay, he's just moving away. Let's just go here. Oh, he can play this check now. Fuck. He doesn't want to trade. If queen here, I play this. He plays. Okay, so if I block with the rook, he gives me this check, and I go here. Let's just go back to keep attacking this pawn so that the queen can get in with some kind of a checks. He'll play another check. I will attack the queen, and if he cannot take the pawn, so it might end up in a draw. I don't think it's a draw. Someone is winning, but I'm not sure who. I want to play bishop takes to attack the queen, and when the queen moves, I will have a check. Only square is here. After this check, he will go here, another check. Maybe I can get the rook in. So I have some chances if I try to win this pawn. But if he went here, that would be a blunder to go g7 because of a check. And my only square is to go here. He doesn't have any more checks. No, wait. If check here, check here, I'm attacking his queen. The queen needs to move. And then I can win this pawn to give some checks. Actually, if the queen moved somewhere else, I can maybe take this rook. Because after this, I can play a check and pick up the rook. Play a check, I go here, then what? He has this check, okay. Only square for me is to go to h6. He cannot take the rook because it's defended. So hold on. Check here, check here. What? So he's attacking my rook. Okay, he's pinning my rook. I cannot move the dame rook now. I can actually move it. Hold on, I can actually move. Let's just go here. He cannot take because it's still defended twice. He plays this check, I still go here. There is no check here. My rooks are active. And he will be losing if he tried to take here. Rook check, king here. This check. So wait. Rook check, king here. He doesn't have any more checks. But he has this check. I take. I don't think it's important. What about rook takes, queen takes, and rook here, check. After king here, there will be no check because I can just take it. He takes, okay. He'll play this check, right? Or maybe this check. Oh, he takes the queen. His idea is to go here. But then I can play this, and if you take, I can just take. He's attacking my bishop. Let's go here and attack his pawn. You play something like this, I can go here, and after you take, I pin you. He's just defending. Okay, we have to protect this pawn. Let's just go here. Stopping the bishop from pinning me and also defending the pawn. Bishop like this. Bishop here seems better because we're defending this. Come on, come on. He went for a losing endgame. Now we have to take advantage of that. Okay, so he's just attacking me. Let's just attack his rook because why the F not? He will attack me in some way, but I just need to put the bishop here. Something like that. Let's just go here. The most important thing, the bishop cannot attack, attack this pawn. King here is not cool. Okay, he's just moving the bishop because he's looking to do this. Okay. Where to go now? Going here. Let's just go here. He wants to get the bishop there to attack me, but I can play rook to f6. Or maybe a check, then rook to f6. I can push this pawn. He cannot play something like this, so I need to keep the bishop on his diagonal to stop the rook from being there. Since the bishop will be here, and he cannot put the rook there, I'll be good. And I have to play something that is important. I have to play rook to f6 and get the king active. Okay. Okay, so he's trying to go here. If I play this, he will get close and I can go here. Let's go there. He goes here. I play king to h6. He doesn't have any checks. He will attack my pawn. I will attack his pawn. Okay. Let's protect. I do have a check. He goes here. I have to prepare some kind of a checkmate web here, here, and get the king active. There will be some kind of check. I will get the rook even more active, and after this trade, he will lose the pawn, and he will be not so cooked. But I can push, and after this, get after this pawn, he will push, and after it takes, he push, and I'm not in time, so not that. Okay, the rook is going there. I can play a check. I don't think that check is the best thing. He's just trying to stop me from getting the king active. This move could be fine. There are no attacks on me. Let's just go here and attack the pawn. If you try to defend like this, then we would have the rook active, the pawn, but then we will lose this to a check, so we have to be careful. This, here, king back or king back, I go here, and after this check, I can block with the move f5, but then he can, actually he cannot take because it's defended. If he lost this pawn, he's just losing. And he cannot push, he cannot move the king, he needs to play rook to d3, and if rook to d3, blade check, king here or king here, the rook is, defended. I play king to g5, he plays some kind of check, I play the move f5, he gets the rook back to attack my pawn, he played it, let's play a check. I'm not sure if I'm playing the correct moves or stuff like that, I allowed the bishop to go back. So hold on, I can play this check. Check here. I have to go back, right? I have to go back to defend against the bishop going here. I have to go back. One move could be like king to g5. I have to get the king active. After this check, he will go here. I will defend the pawn and get the king active. Maybe that would be a better move. Come on, man. Why am I not winning this? The most important thing, not to give this pawn. He's trying to go for this. Takes, bishop takes. I will win this. He goes here and I take. And after he takes, I give a check and I can push the pawn. So it might not be losing, but I still have to make a move. Oh, he's just attacking me. I still play this. If he played this, I just take, and after it takes, okay, he's just attacking me. Give him a check, because why not? He just goes there. Getting the king active is not a horrendous move. Getting the king to f4 will be even better. Come on, man. Every single time I get so low on time. If king went here, okay, so he's still, what is he trying to do? I have no clue. Let me get the king active a little bit. Get the we cannot get the rook there, but then we can happily trade the rooks, but opposite color bishops will be a draw. Okay, he's attacking my pawn. I can defend in this way. Everything's still defended, and I can play the move f5 to kick away the bishop. But I'm slowly choking my king. As you can see, that my king cannot really move. So this move, okay, I need to play this move so that the rook will be a little bit active, something like this. Here, to play this check. Okay, so we can play, he's just attacking my pawn, so I can play a check. He will go here, and I will get the bishop here, play something like this, and I can go there. Okay, what to do? He's not trying to win the pawn. He's not going to win it, like, no matter what. He doesn't have any checks. I have this check. Let me just play a check, because why not? The king will move. And maybe get the bishop here. There will be this check, but I can maybe run something like this here. Let's go back to attack this pawn. And there will be no check. I need to trade the rooks. I need to trade something. The rook can go here, but after it takes, he will play this check. Go here, he pushes the pawn, and I take the other pawn. I'm stopping the promotion square. I have no clue. I can also play the move f5, but I cannot. Okay, you're just attacking my bishop. Let's just go here. f5 to take control, something like this. f5 trying to go here, trying to push the pawn. Okay, just a simple mover. Okay. If I wanted to trade, that would be losing. He can take here. Hold on, I can attack his bishop. I'll get the bishop here and I'll play this. Hold on. Let's attack the bishop. He goes here, f5. The bishop goes there, and I can pin the bishop to the rook. Now we can play the move f5. A move like this we cannot defend. Okay, this move is just defending and attacking my pawn. This move, he will just try to get to my pawn. I have to play the f5. I have no clue. He will attack this. But then I can go here. And he cannot take, he'll lose the bishop. And if the bishop moved, I can just get back. He's just attacking this pawn. Okay. Let's attack his pawn. If he wants to take, I can just take. As long as my king is in his face, he will never push that pawn. And I can give away this pawn so that I can take these two and push mine. Now the rook cannot move. The rook actually can move, but then I can take here, and after he takes me, I can win this pawn. And after he goes here, I restrict his king. He gives me some checks, but I can go here defending, and I have a passer. So let's see what he will do. He doesn't have a check. He cannot move the rook back because he will lose the bishop. If the bishop moved here, I will happily take this pawn. Me c pawn, me attack pawn. Let's just take here. He's trying to go for this. But then I take. He takes me with a check, and I go here. Oh, there. Okay, what is this? So maybe I have to go here now. After a check, I can move. If I take, he will take me with a check, and after I go here, he will play something like this. I still think I have to go for some kind of an activity. Okay, let's just go here. He will take, or we will take. I have two passers here. My bishop is stopping that pawn from promoting, and I have to push these two. And he cannot push, he lose the bishop. So, and if he played this, he takes with the rook. Okay, so no reason not to play a check and push the pawn, I guess. Okay, let's just push the pawn. He cannot get the rook here because I can just push and I'm attacking him. And if I just pushing the pawn, he will at the end need to sacrifice. If he plays something like this, I get the king here. But his pawn is also going to be pushed. So maybe it's better to keep the bishop here so that I can always sacrifice it. Who knows what the hell is going on here. Let's just go here. He doesn't have any checks. He doesn't have any attacks. If he played this move... no, he just went there. Why? He wants to play some kind of check. I don't know. Let me just push the other pawn. I have too many pawns that you cannot stop. But still very... I mean, his plan was to go here, and after this check, he can pick up the bishop. But I'm not blind, you know. I have to win this, man. I have two passed pawns, man, and the bishop is always ready to sacrifice itself. Very, very, very smart move by my opponent. I cannot go here because there will be this check. So how about just going here to attack the pawn? Let's see how he's gonna defend it. If you push, you lose it. If you defend with the rook, I attack your rook. If you want to defend with the bishop, a simple check doesn't mean that much. Which way to go? Here. I mean, here is better because we're trying to play this. Maybe. I have no clue. Okay, so he's just moving, attacking my pawn. Okay. Now I need to defend that pawn somehow. I can play this, but then he will take me. Wait, I can just take here. If you play this, I can go here. Oh, I can just take this. No, wait, if I take this, he will play this check. What is going on? Should I go back? I'm scared. Oh my god. I really want to win. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. It's fucking retard. Did you not see the check? Here. Man, this... Oh, yeah, give every single piece that you have. Swear to God I did not see this damn check. Go here, he will take me. I wish he can go here, man. So freaking annoying to miss that check at the end. I mean, I was winning, but I just freaking panicked. Man, this is just crazy. So playing the Slav, or yeah. Yeah, he's just going for some kind of a passive setup, but it's still fine for him. Okay. I needed to castle. I had to go... Okay. So apparently I could have went here. But what about like some kind of a knight sack? Like maybe knight sack here, because if I just take, he will win the knight. I had to move the king and not take. See, he needed to take with the queen. After this, it's just like a draw. Taking here was bad. That's a blunder. Oh, he just takes this pawn with the queen, attacking this and attacking this. Wow. Missing a hell lot of stuff, man. Going for a queen trade. Oh my god, I had my idea. My idea worked here. What about some kind of check? In here. He went for this, and it looks like a... somehow a draw. Giving this check was correct. I had to move the king. Getting my king active actually gave me an advantage, but then what is the mistake? Of course, the mistake is to put the rook there and blunder the dame check, but still fine. So here, it's completely winning for us. We pushed the right pawn. We made the correct move. I had to just stop this check and just attack the rook. Very reasonable, actually. Yeah, why I did not play that. That was my mistake. Oh my god, I had just bishop to d2. Just make his rook garbage and push the pawn. Wow, you tend to miss a lot of stuff when you're just low on time. But it's still somehow, yeah, that's the blunder. I just had to go here. King there. And I cannot even take this pawn because that will be the exact same check and I will lose my rook. Here I just... I mean, I did not see that there's a check. So one simple move check and I'll lose the game. I needed to defend the pawn, but I just needed to move the king because actually, oh my god, I need to play king to e3. He cannot take. I can play the move b3 if he. I mean, the rook will be attacked, and the bishop will be attacked, and he cannot give me this check because the bishop is actually defending. I have to go here. He takes. I play this. He's losing. Oh my god, man. I was winning this, man. I was winning this so damn good, but at the end, I completely missed that, man. I completely panicked. I thought I'm gonna lose the pawn. 1949. Still fine. Still fine. We gained a lot of elo through this, this past week, so it's okay. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.